Windows 10 includes several features you can use to perform device recovery. Driver rollback is probably the least intrusive. It allows you to roll back a specific individual driver if you've installed an update which is causing problems. No other components are affected by this. You can also enable system protection and then use System Restore. System Restore allows you to capture points in time for your computer's configuration. It doesn't affect the computer's data. If you want to roll back to a previous configuration, you can select it by using the System Restore program. You can access that either within the user interface of Windows 10 if your computer is operational, or through the Windows recovery environment. System Restore is a bit more intrusive than driver rollback as it affects the entire system's configuration. Startup recovery. This is a tool built into the Windows recovery environment. If there are problems with the startup environment, the boot store for example, then Startup Recovery can examine the startup environment and attempt recovery automatically. Reset this PC. In really serious circumstances, using this option allows you to roll back the computer to its out-of-box configuration. You will optionally have to configure applications. Desktop apps specifically will always need to be reinstalled, and you'll need to update the PC to the current build and install all service packs and updates since the out-of-box experience. It's a very intrusive way of recovering the system, as it affects all system components. You can choose to completely wipe your computer using this option, or you can choose just to retain your data and wipe the configuration. System image recovery. If you've got a system image backup, perhaps created using the Backup and Restore Windows 7 tool, you can access this through the Windows recovery environment and perform a system image recovery restore. Image recovery. If you're using images, you can apply an image using the DISM tool to recover from a problem. Driver rollback is achieved by opening up Device Manager, right-clicking the appropriate device, and then choosing Properties, and then clicking the Driver tab. You'll only see the option for rollback driver if the driver has been updated from the default driver that's installed with Windows. Windows 10 creates restore points automatically when the following changes occur: the installation of an app, the installation of Windows updates. But you can also create restore points in Windows 10 manually whenever you want to, or using the task scheduler based on a schedule. Automatically, whenever you use System Restore to restore a previous restore point, the computer automatically creates an additional restore point. To enable System Restore, right-click this PC in File Explorer and then choose Properties and then click the System Protection tab. Click the Configure button to turn on protection. You can then specify how much disk space you want to allocate to recovery information. To create a restore point, you click the option Create a Restore Point, type a name, and then click Create. You can also use the following Windows PowerShell commandlets: Enable Computer Restore, conversely Disable Computer Restore, which will enable System Restore or disable System Restore as appropriate. Capture a checkpoint using the checkpoint computer commandlet, that's making a system restore point, and then using the get computer restore point commandlet to access a previously created restore point. To use a restore point, click System Restore either from Windows recovery environment or from within the user interface, select the restore point and then click Next. You'll notice there's an option for Scan for affected programs. This allows you to verify if applying the restore point will affect any installed programs. This is Windows recovery environment, and in the advanced options under troubleshooting you have the option to access System Restore. This is useful if your computer won't start up correctly. You can insert the product DVD, choose Repair this PC, and then follow the instructions to access the advanced options node. So in the demonstration we'll take a look at how to enable System Restore, how to create a restore point, and how to apply a restore point. So there are a number of different ways you can enable System Restore. So open up File Explorer and go to the properties of this PC and then click System Protection. You can now enable System Restore by clicking Configure and turning on System Protection and specifying an amount of space. Click Apply. So System Restore is now enabled. You can of course also use the Enable Computer Restore Windows PowerShell commandlet to achieve the same. I'm going to create a restore point right now, and call it initial. So system restore has been enabled and I've created the first system restore point. Now there are a number of different ways that you can access system restore points. Again, you can access the properties of this PC and click on system protection, and then you can click under the system restore heading here on system restore and click through the wizard and you can see a previous restore point. It may be the case that if you apply this restore point, it may affect installed programs. So you can scan to see if that's the case. Now, this will not be the case in this instance because I haven't installed any programs after creating this restore point, so there should be no issues. And then I can click next and then click finish. It will then go through the process of applying the restore point, during which time it will restart itself and then sign in, and it will complete the restoration process, during which time you can't use your computer. Another way to access your system restore points is to open settings and then on the update security node choose recovery and then choose restart now for advanced startup options. You now can choose between continue, which means start normally, use a device, or troubleshoot. If you choose troubleshoot, you can select between reset this PC and advanced options, one of which is system restore. I now need to sign in to system restore using an appropriate user account. And then go through the wizard and I can once again find the initial restore point. Now, why would you do it this way as opposed to using it through File Explorer and accessing this PC properties and the System Protection tab? Well, the answer is, suppose that your computer won't start up properly. You can perhaps boot into safe mode and then access settings and then complete the process that we've started here. Another alternative is that your computer is behaving so badly that you can't even boot into safe mode, in which case you can start the computer from the Windows installation DVD and choose repair this computer when prompted, and then you can access through the troubleshoot menu that we've just used the system restore node, and you can then hopefully recover your PC using system restore. So system restore in terms of a restoration mechanism is more invasive than doing a driver rollback because it changes more things. It's probably more thorough and possibly quicker if you're not quite sure what the problem is. But you need to be aware of the impact of restoring your computer to a previous point. At the very least, you'll need to install any updates that you've subsequently installed since you took the last restore point. Now, I'm not going to click through the rest of the process here. It's time consuming, but again, it will attempt the restore and then restart and sign in, and the process will continue. So in the demonstration you saw how to enable a system restore, how to create a restore point, and how to apply a restore point.